And they just passed their budget last year. And in that budget, they have a 3-person IT department. And the head of the department got a $7,000 pay raise. Each of his 2 employees got a $5,000 pay raise. And this 3-man department apparently has 3 dedicated vehicles for the purpose of running around hardware to various places in their city. To me, that's a case of probably waste. If I were to have to drive equipment around my city, I would rent a van for a day. I don't know that I want 3 dedicated vehicles. So here's my request of you. Whether you raise taxes, lower them, or let them stay the same, go after every possible element of fraud, waste, and abuse. What I'm looking for is return on my tax dollars. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
Marie Schumacher. Yes, I would like to know on the pensions, are these all defined benefit pensions or are they 401ks? Oh, that's right. I have to write a letter to you guys to get an answer. Huh?
No, that's not true.
Well, then you want to answer?
Well, we're going to let our financial expert answer the question. So you got to remember, I'm the new guy. I don't have all your answers off the top of my head. So.
Well, since you're taking this action, I thought that you would have reviewed, and since the main item seems to be pension, I thought you would have investigated that. So, okay, I can wait.
We're going to try to address all the questions that we can today at the meeting.
Okay, and how much is the pension underfunded in your evaluation?
We're going to get a little explanation from Mr. Durkin.
Yeah, and we will. And it went from almost 20 years ago to 95% funded to where now it's getting close to 70% funded.
Okay.
We haven't paid, we paid, I think, $500,000 in the last 4 years. Our contribution should be, is that right, Mr. Durkin? It should be somewhere around $3.6 million this year. We budgeted 500,000. They budgeted 500,000.
And it'll bring up to what percentage then?
Pardon me?
What percentage will it bring the funding up to then?
Oh, I'm not on, okay.
Well,
Again, it's down to somewhere, it's in the 70s now.
You said it's about 70, so
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, so, well,
Okay.
again,
Maybe
Mr.
Mr.
Durkin will be
Durkin.
able to answer more accurately than I will, but at this point, we are very concerned about it, and that's part of the reason we're having this conversation today.
And then what, I would like to know what, for the next 3 years, what you think will be, what amount will have to be put in to keep it at whatever level you've determined is the proper level?
That would have to be determined by the actuary. The number they gave us this year was 3.4, $3.6 million. 3.8. 3.8?
To fully,
Yeah, so.
Okay. Okay, I'll wait for Mr. Durkin's presentation. Thank you.
Thank you.
And Commissioner, just to address Marie's first question, it's a defined benefit plan. It is not a 401k. Actually, in Pennsylvania, you're not allowed to have a 401k for public pensions. So,
Okay. Thanks, Tom.
There's something we need to talk to our legislators about. Thank you.
Anyone else?
Yes. Good morning, Commissioners. John Morrow, Board of Directors for the Lackawanna River Conservation Association, Lackawanna Valley Conservancy. I am also employed by the Lackawanna Heritage Valley doing assistant trail maintenance for the Lackawanna River Heritage Trail. And while we're discussing the finances for the county, I want to bring to attention the fact that the Lackawanna River has been nominated to be the Pennsylvania River of the Year. And I cannot express the importance of being honored with this distinction. This would be a good base for our economy, with tourism dollars, bringing outside dollars that we can promote with the visitor center the Heritage Trail. The Lackawanna River is an asset to this county, as is the trail along it. We need to acknowledge that and support this effort to get the votes in. Voting ends at 5 o'clock on Friday. And as of Monday, when voting went dark, we were in the lead. So we need to make sure that we maintain that lead and take this distinction for everybody who lives, works, and visits Lackawanna County. It's good for the region as a whole. We can be proud of the name, Lackawanna, be it the county, river, our state park. Everyone in the region should be out voting for this. This will be a fantastic win for the region, and I cannot express the importance of this, especially discussing the finances
Thank
for
you.
the county.
Well, tell everybody where they need to go to vote.
I was about to, thank you, sir. So, if you go to pariveroftheyear.org, you can then select Lackawanna River. You can vote from your business email, personal email. We really appreciate the support. The county has supported the LRCA and, of course, the Heritage Valley. And we really appreciate everybody getting out, supporting this. This is good for civic pride, for our economy, the region as a whole. And we have many great events along the river and the trail. We have our bike tours, many marathons, and we have so many runs that support local charities and such. And if I might take one moment to remind folks that one of those great events happens this Saturday at noon with the LRCA's annual Shiverfest. We have a kayak run down the river from Parker Street to Sweeney's Beach, which if folks don't know, Sweeney's Beach is an LRCA facility right here in Scranton. It's a wonderful asset to the community, a great place to get out. We're dog friendly, so please come down. And we do, for those less hardy who don't want to get out on the river, especially with the forecast for Saturday, we have thaw party afterwards. And once again, the Backyard Ale House is good enough to sponsor and host our event there. 2 to 5, you can come down, join us, and thank you all for your support. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Have a good day.
Okay, first reading of an ordinance 200010.
Ordinance 264, first reading amending the annual budget for Lackawanna County for the year 2020. An ordinance of the County of Lackawanna and the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania fixing the tax rate and enacting the budget for the year 2020 appropriates specific sums estimated to be required for the specific purposes of the county government, hereinafter set forth during the current fiscal year, be it ordained and enacted. And it is hereby resolved and enacted by the Board of Commissioners of the County of Lackawanna, Pennsylvania. Section 1, that a tax be and the same is hereby levied on all properties within the said county subject to taxation for county purposes for the fiscal year 2020 as follows. Tax rate for general county purposes, the sum of 47.60 mils on each assessed valuation, or the sum of 476 cents on each $100 of assessed valuation. For debt purposes, the sum of 12.50 mils on each dollar assessed valuation, or the sum of 125 cents on each $100 of assessed valuation. For the purposes of the county library system, the sum of 2.8 mils on each dollar assessed valuation, or the sum of 28.20 cents on each $100 of assessed valuation. For the purposes of the Culture and Education Fund, the sum of 1.0 mils, or the sum of 10 cents on each $100 of assessed valuation. Total millage for all purposes is the sum of 63.92 mils. Section 2, all prior ordinances or resolutions or parts thereof inconsistent herewith are repealed. That concludes the first reading. Set date, January 15th, 2020.
Thank you.
Good morning, Commissioners. As Brian just said, this is the first reading of an ordinance. In order to pass an ordinance, we have to have 2 readings separated by at least 7 days. The second reading is intended to be next Wednesday, January 22nd, at the regularly scheduled Commissioners meeting, so there's no action that needs to be taken at this time. And if I may, Mrs. Schumacher's question, I can give her a little bit more information. The county pension plan is actually, as Don said, it's a defined benefit pension plan, but it's more than that. It's actually a hybrid plan that is mandated by the state of Pennsylvania. It's part defined benefit plan and part defined contribution plan. The employees make contributions, are required to make contributions of at least 8% of their salary per year. And then for their contributing that amount, the county provides a defined benefit pension plan. So it's kind of a hybrid plan. The intent is, well, first of all, as of 1/1/2019, which is a little more than a year ago, that was our last actuarial valuation. We get one a year on the first of the year. The last actuarial valuation had the county pension fund funded at 70%, which we're very concerned about, obviously. The next valuation will be as of 1/1/2020. We expect to get that from our actuary probably by May or June of this year. We expect that probably will be under 70%, which is part of the reason that we've taken this action. To answer your question about future years, the intent is to make the full annual required contribution for 2020, and because we are having a tax increase to do that, the intent is for that to carry forward and continue to make annual required contributions, which we haven't done since 2006. As a matter of fact, but to make the full annual required contribution indefinitely at this point. I can't tell you it'll last forever, but at least indefinitely we intend to do that. Okay? Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you. Okay, since we've already talked about the Riverfest, opportunity for the public to address the board on things other than agenda items. Okay. Commissioners, other business? I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Pardon me? I move to adjourn. Move to adjourn?
I'll second it, I guess.
All in favor?
Aye?
Aye. Thank you.